SmackDown starts with a good Randy Orton promo. It starts off with something he should have said like 3 weeks ago. Just him talking about how Cody's just taking from him. How whenever Cody needs someone to back him up, Randy's always there, but he never relies on Randy. He never does this. Like when Rock and Roman were attacking Cody, Cody needed a partner, and he's like, "Why'd you choose Seth over me?" And then I helped you with Kevin Owens, but I'm the one who got hurt against Kevin Owens. You have been only taking from me. You have not helped me at all. And I was like, that makes sense, but this should have been like 3 weeks ago. But it was a good promo. It just should have been 3 weeks ago. Next was MFT's take down the Wyatt Six. It was a fun little match. Eric Rowan showed out. It was just tall guys, really. Tall guys was fun. Tala Tonga grabbed a giant and just chucked it at Eric Rowan. I was like, okay, Eric Rowan. All right, I guess that's fine. And I was like, okay. He, like he got beamed by that staircase. I was like, okay, that's crazy. That's literally crazy. Uh, and then he did a dive outside. I was like, okay, Eric Rowan's kind of going crazy. This is nuts. Next, a police car starts to show up, and you're like, is Drew McIntyre gonna do this? I was like, oh, it's just Drew gonna come out and say some stuff. No, no, no. Jacob Fatu came out of it, and I was like, cinema. Getting my own shot, but cinema. I was a little shocked when Jacob Fatu came out, and he's like, see, that's the thing. That was me in the past. That doesn't even bother me no more. And just like you are gonna be in the past. And I was like, all right, fair enough. I thought it was cool seeing him come out of the police car. I think that would have been cool as a WrestleMania entrance, though. I think that would have been special. But we'll see if they do something to live up to that. Next was Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Kofi Kingston, Grayson Waller. That was a match for sure. For sure was a match. Damian Priest and R-Truth retain. I just want it to go back to just being like regular actual tag teams instead of that, because this tag team roster is so good. And it's just like, I don't know, but at least they're there. At least they're doing stuff. Next was Rhea Ripley confronts Jade Cargill. It's just like they're not interested in fighting each other. I'm interested in the match though. I think it's gonna be like hard hitting. Like I think it's gonna be intense. Um, that's just how I feel. I think it's gonna be hit. They're gonna be hard hitting. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. Next we have Tiffany Stratton becomes the U.S. title #1 contender. On main event, they kind of said, "Oh, today it's gonna be Tiffany Stratton versus Julia for the United States title," and then they're like, "Hold up, let's take it back. It's just gonna be a #1 contender: Jordan Grace, Tiffany Stratton." I think Jordan Grace should have either won this or it should have been disqualification. I think a triple threat between Tiffany Stratton, Julia, and Jordan Grace, it just makes so much more sense to me than just a 1v1. I think it's just so much more. It just means so much more. I think the idea of them just being like, you know, I just I don't feel like that was smart. I think it should have just been a triple threat. I think that would do a lot more than what they're going for. Next, Trick Williams comes out and he goes, "You hurt Lil Yachty, and now I'm gonna punish you. So get out here, Sami Zayn." Sami Zayn's music hits, and a gingerbread man comes out. And they're like, "Oh, 2019." But it kind of played into Sami Zayn whenever Sami Zayn came out. He's like, "It's funny. That's funny. You know, a gingerbread man. That's so funny." But you're doing all this stupid stuff. You're not even taking the match seriously. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough, I guess. This crowd, by the way, was absolutely terrible for this segment. For every segment, really. This crowd was silent the entire time. They were chanting "Whoop that trick" a little bit, but it definitely wasn't as loud as it usually is. This crowd was awful. Las Vegas is not a wrestling crowd, is what I've come to decide. Next was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. If it was a match, it was not. It got destroyed in 2 seconds. Yeah, Lash Legend, Nia Jax just came out, beat him up. That was pretty much the end of the match. I really like Lyra Valkyria, Bayley. I hope they win. They probably won't. Is it tomorrow or is it Sunday? I don't know. You'll get a video each day for my review of night 1, night 2. I'll be excited for that. Yeah. Next was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Uh, they they gave Royce Keys a special entrance again, like Royce Keys, and then Joe Hendry came out. Probably one of the biggest pops of the night. It was special. It was a fine battle royal. I thought they were gonna try and like team up on Royce Keys. They didn't do that. Um, yeah, Aleister Black had a great showing. They're trying to let you know something's gonna go on with Aleister Black. I think Aleister Black should win the WWE Championship, but I think it's gonna be like CM Punk versus that. The reason I think that is because the final segment, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes just standing there, and it just felt like they were both losing after that. It just felt like they were both losing, and that's how I felt about that segment. It was just them talking about good times, and he's like, "Dusty would be proud of you," and I was like, "Yeah, they might both be losing." Um, oh yeah, and the Andre Giant Battle Royale. Royce Keys wins. He does the spine buster on Tala Tonga. Looked great. He puts down the straps and he knocks him over, and then he does the Andre the Giant pose. I like when they do that. Royce Keys was really, really. I'm excited to see what they do with Royce Keys. I hope he wins some championships. That's for sure. I hope he wins some championships. That's my review.